These two families have less and less territory. 2 adult males and 4 women live beneath the same roof and the same threat. Where they feel most safe and at home is in the lap of their mother, the jungle. They cannot or should not leave this leafy refuge, 26,000 hectares surrounded by an 81-kilometer perimeter, if they want to stay alive. Here they are still the kings, monarchs held captive in a kingdom in danger of extinction, of a glorious era in whose garden human nature mixes with the rest of the animal kingdom as equals. On this occasion, Konibu has gone out to hunt with his 2 wives and their daughter. The hummingbirds are happy to see them here one more day. The jungle stirs with their passing, and its spirits prepare themselves for the festival of life. Where they drink, everyone drinks. Water is a communal treasure, and here the fate of man and animal is written with the same ink. Balance has been the key to coexistence for centuries, and today the Akuntsu Indians are at a disadvantage. The women never hunt, but in the absence of men, Mopeka bears the bows and Mope the arrows, with little success. There can be no doubt that these Amazons waste their munitions, weapons they have had to take up only recently, forced by the attacks of the white man, who have left them without male hunters. They will undoubtedly learn, but we do not know if they will have the time they need, because others want to hunt these Indians to steal their land and cut down their trees. While trying to shoot, the bow gets away from this young woman. These images are both moving and extremely sad. Once again, it is Kunibu who keeps the expedition going. In the waters of this stream, there is plenty of protein to feed everyone. But they have to get at it, and this is not a technique that can be learned overnight. It takes patience and wisdom to survive in Amazonia. 800 kilometers away, the government of Rondônia simply ignores the existence of these remote peoples. On the walls of the headquarters, we find an artistic representation of the future that would await them, if it were up to the governor. It has taken Ivo Casol several days to agree to our interview, but once we start, he's in his element, convinced of the evils of a respectful and just Indian policy. So you think that in Rondônia, there are no isolated Indians?
No. I can't guarantee that we don't. As governor, I don't know whether we have unknown tribes. All of the Indians living in Rondônia are tribes which have been recognized. And what happens is that in many places they say that they are Indians, but in truth they are people who came here a long time ago from other countries, such as Bolivia, occupied a territory, and are treated as if they were Indians, and have their space preserved by law. Suddenly they want to protect that area. They go and get half a dozen Indians from another indigenous area and bring them here to try to hinder development. This has happened here in the past. That happened. Why? Because their interests are, the larger the amount of native land, the more protected territory there will be. Therefore, if there are any unknown tribes here, it's not that they've come by themselves. It's because someone took them from someplace else and put them here to create another indigenous area.
But the oldest man in the village does not stand alone in the face of danger. His energy is infinite. It's in the air, in the trees, in nature itself, from which he takes it and shares it out amongst his loved ones. Kunibu does not know the origins of the catastrophe threatening his people. The Akuntsu nation once numbered in the thousands, just 6 of which still hold out today. All of them are America. They are the entire world, and the governor is either ignorant or evil.
There is information about 11 places in the state of Rondônia where there may still live unknown tribes. Here we have small groups of humans. We have the Akuntsu with 6 people, the Canoe with 3 people, 2 of whom recently died under circumstances which were at the very least mysterious, which we are trying to uncover, but are finding it very difficult. And an Indian who we call the Indian of the Hole, who is just a few kilometers away, some 15 or 20. And he is the last survivor of an ethnic group. It's quite dramatic. All of these people have been held captive in a small piece of jungle. The Brazilian government gave us the power and the law as well, which was an extremely important piece of the puzzle, so that we could close this reserve to the rest of the world and try to approach these people and try... But what are we going to do? Do what? Peaceful contact has already been made with them. But what are we going to do? What future awaits these people? There is little future. Little can be done. The only thing that we mean to do is to make life less difficult for these people.